We are working on our post-Thanksgiving project, and it is turkey broth. Let's get to canning. This is a great way to make use of our turkey carcass. It is falling apart. I've got some celery in here. We've got some carrots, some onion, and this has been going for over 12 hours. It's just literally falling off the bone. We are going to can this, but first we're going to put it in some half-gallon mason jars so that it can get in the fridge to cool down. You can definitely use cheesecloth, that would be best. Unfortunately, I don't know where my cheesecloth is. So I'm just going to run it through the sieve. And the point of putting this in the fridge is that the fat will separate. It'll float to the top, harden in the cold of the refrigerator, and then tomorrow I can just take a spoon, scoop the fat off, and then heat up the broth to can. It can't get simpler than this. And we're using free materials. We had the turkey carcass anyway. You can see it's still super warm. And I'm just gonna do this until our jar is filled up. But first, I'm gonna move this placemat because I'm getting it dirty. Now we've got half a gallon already, and we'll most likely fill this one up as well. And if you just do the math, there's 4 pints in each of these half gallons, so we'll get 8 pints, at least 8 pints. Which is great because I've used just about all of the chicken broth and turkey broth that we've made over the past year. A few folks at home are sick and we're making lots of soups. And we've gone through quite a bit of turkey and chicken broth over the past week or 2. And these bones are not going to go to waste. I'm going to give it to the chickens. I mean, I feel like it's almost cannibalism. Turkeys, I guess, are their cousins, but they will love the bones. Get some extra protein and calcium into them. So nothing will go to waste. We've got 2 full half gallons. I've got an empty quart I'm gonna fill out, but what I want to do is get some of these bones out so I can get the rest of the liquid. Don't worry, y'all, my hands are nice and clean. I mean, the turkey this year, my sister makes the turkey. She's made it for the past maybe 7 or so years. It was my mom's job and my mother gladly relinquished control of the turkey to her. This is probably the most flavorful turkey we have had ever. It's so good. So you know this broth is gonna be next level flavorful. And the carrots really help to give it a nice color. Oh, I think we'll make it. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna be perfect. Yes. Doesn't get any better than this. We are right to the brim. Oh my gosh, that was perfection. Yay. So good. We have got 1 gallon and a quart. So 1¼ gallons of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful turkey broth. It's the next day. Let's get this turkey broth out of the fridge. It's gorgeous. This, oh good Lord. This is liquid gold. And they're really heavy. So I'm going to take the fat that's on the top and scoop it out. Honestly, not a lot of fat is in this broth. You can see the thin fat line here. I believe if it's chicken broth, it's called schmaltz in German. Don't know what it is for turkey. But we want as little fat as possible in these jars because fat will go rancid. And I know already, I know that I'm gonna use these very quickly because we use the broth in soups, we use them in different meals, but I'd rather less fat than more. So that one's pretty good. This one definitely has more. That line that you see there, all above that is fat. Let me show you from the top. So you can see the difference. This one is just broth, and this one has that layer of fat on it. And this is why we put it in the fridge overnight, because it solidifies on the top and makes it much easier to just scoop right on out. All right, we're gonna do this with the third one, and then I'll be back. All right, let's get this right into the slow cooker. So the goal is to get this warmed up, and once it's to temperature, we will start canning. I've had our jars heating up in the canner, so let me show you. And also, it makes me so happy to see the eggs. Yay! I got it on Amazon. It just makes me so glad. Anyway, I digress. Let me show you what's in the pressure canner. So we've got 10 pint jars in here. So this has been on super low heat. You don't want the water in there to be boiling. So low heat. I usually fill the jar up with a little bit of water because when I put water in the canner and then put the empty jars in there, they start floating and going every which way. So I like putting some water in them to weigh them down. So let's take these over to the dining room table. Now everything we need is here. 4 jars, funnel, ladle, and our vinegar, and a napkin. And I'll let you know what we need the vinegar for in a minute. I also got a pot with some hot water, and the lids are in there. These are 4 jar lids. I think I'll put the lids over here. We've got rings. I need more rings, y'all. Be right back. So this is how I organize my rings. I get, you know, the, that was a good catch. You know, the the little twisties that they use in the produce section. I use those and just loop them through my rings, and it keeps them organized. I like to bring the towel all the way to the slow cooker because I drip all the time and I'd rather not have to clean the table again. I cleaned it last night. So hot jars, hot broth, and we're going to 1 inch of headspace. Now I've got my vinegar, napkin, and because even though we have removed a lot of the oil, there's still oil in this broth, and we want to make sure that it is not on the rim. We want it to close properly. So we go around the rim. My first time using this lid wand, that's what they call it. It's got a magnet here. And so because the lids are in hot water, I don't want to burn myself. And so there you go. Super cool. And for those of you who may be new to canning, the reason why they're in hot water, these are 4-jar lids, and they do recommend that you put them in hot water for a little while, and it basically just softens the seal. All right, we close it fingertip tight. It's hot, be careful. Next one. We're just gonna do this until we have all of our jars filled. It takes time, but it's a very simple process. And we should get 10 pints out of this. Same thing, vinegar around the rim. It not only cleans the rim and ensures a correct seal, but it also gives you a chance to run your finger around there and make sure there are no cracks. If you get a jar that has cracks on the rim, it most likely will not seal, and so you always want to check. I like my lids to be in line with the label, like the logo on the jar. It's just my thing, so you'll often see me moving lids around. Ooh, it's hot. All right, so we've got 2 done. We're gonna get these into the canner and get 2 more jars over here. My math was mathing. We have 10 pint jars of turkey broth. Let's bring these last 2 to the canner and get started. Listen to this. Can you hear this? It's definitely like making noise. I'm gonna open it up again. Don't know why that was happening. All right, the sound has stopped. Come look at the beauty. 10 jars filled with yummy turkey broth. Now I've got my 23-quart Presto pressure canner, and I'm just going to grease this gasket. I like greasing it before I use it. It just helps it to seal easier. So just a little bit of oil on the napkin. And then you go around. You can see it's getting shiny. Super simple. All right, that's it. Put it back in. This is the vent pipe right here. I like to blow in it. Make sure it goes through. You could also hold it up to the light and make sure that you can see the light through that little hole. And we are going to get the lid on. All right, the gasket was not fully in. And then we turn it. Camera just went off. I just wanted you to hear what it sounds like. I'm using the weighted gauge. And it's rocking like a little hula dancer. This is the speed you want it to go at. Not much faster, not much slower. This is near perfect. And that dance tells you that it is at pressure. So I'm going to turn off the stove. And we're going to let it come down. It'll stop rocking. And let it sit for another couple of minutes before I open the pressure canner. So I'll come back when it is time to take out the jars. I'm gonna take the lid off very carefully and tilt it away from me so I don't get a face full of steam. And I'm just gonna put it by the sink. Did you hear that? A few just pinged. It's the best sound. Oh, there goes another one. So I always put this underneath so that it doesn't drip on the floor. This is literally the best sound ever. I love it. It makes me so happy. Now you can see there's some white film on the jars. I do have slightly hard water. It doesn't bother me. I will just wash the jars tomorrow. Yeah, I will take all these out and we'll be back in a minute. Here's the last one. So I put them on a towel here. You don't want to take the hot jars out of the canner and then put them on a cold surface. So this is a marble top. They crack potentially with the difference in the temperature. So here they are on the towel, and we're gonna leave them alone. I have not touched them other than to move them. We're gonna come back tomorrow morning, give them 12 to 24 hours. Come back tomorrow morning, take off the lids, make sure they've all sealed. Just wanna say thank you for hanging out with me. It's been great to get this project done. And now we've got 10 pints of lovely turkey broth. And I'm actually really happy with the chickens this year. I get to feed them the rest of the scraps from the broth, and so nothing has gone to waste. It's been really, really great. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for hanging out. Please like, subscribe, share this video with others to grow our community here on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.